The Supreme Court of India ruled in the Supriyo Chakraborty case that there is no fundamental right to marry in India, leading to the denial of marriage rights for same-sex couples. While the court directed protection against harassment for LGBTQI individuals and acknowledged the right to intimate relations, it failed to recognize the right to marriage. The decision contradicts the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, to which India is a signatory, guaranteeing the right to marry. The ruling also creates a disparity, allowing marriage for transgender individuals but denying it for same-sex couples, perpetuating discrimination and societal stigma. Despite this setback, the LGBTQI community is urged to continue the fight for their rights.
The Supreme Court of India has responded to environmental concerns in Himalayan states by instructing the Union government to address the carrying capacity of the Indian Himalayan region, IHR. The government's affidavit proposes involving various institutes and authorities to assess the carrying capacity of all 13 Himalayan states and union territories. Carrying capacity refers to the maximum sustainable population size an ecosystem can support without degradation. However, critics argue that previous initiatives failed due to flawed recommendations and insufficient citizen representation. They stress the importance of engaging local populations and grassroots bodies to ensure sustainable solutions in the face of environmental challenges in the region.
The Indian National Developmental, Inclusive Alliance, India, comprising 28 parties aiming to challenge the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, in the 2024 elections, faces internal discord ahead of the November Assembly elections in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Telangana. No seat-sharing agreements have been reached, causing frustration among smaller constituents. The Congress, a key player in these states, has strained relations with its partners. Trust deficits and historical antagonism hinder unity, while internal issues within the Congress exacerbate the problem. India's struggle for cohesion highlights the challenges of forming a strong opposition against the BJP, emphasizing the need for trust and shared vision among parties.
On 21st October, the Indian Space Research Organisation, ISRO, successfully conducted the first uncrewed developmental flight of its Gaganyaan human spaceflight mission from Sriharikota. The launch involved a single-stage rocket carrying a crew module with a crew escape system, CES. The CES separated from the rocket, climbed to 17 kilometers, and then detached from the crew module, which reoriented before descending over the Bay of Bengal. The test assessed the CES's ability to protect the crew in case of a rocket malfunction and collected crucial data for future tests. The Gaganyaan program, with plans since 2009, faces delays, but ISRO's meticulous approach ensures confidence in its successful execution, despite tight deadlines and geopolitical pressures.
The article discusses the recent attacks by Hamas, a Palestinian terrorist organization, in Israel, leading to a humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The attacks involved meticulous planning, catching Israel off guard, and highlighting significant intelligence failures. The author suggests that political maneuvering and the weakening of institutions within Israel might have contributed to these failures. The motive behind Hamas' attack remains unclear, but the article emphasizes the need for negotiation and dialogue to resolve long-standing conflicts, emphasizing that the application of force cannot be the ultimate solution.
The release of actor Joseph Vijay's film Leo has exposed the workaround created by exhibitors and distributors to overcome the Tamil Nadu government's restrictions on early morning shows since January 2023. The state government had denied permission for early morning shows citing law and order concerns. However, a recent order allowed theatres to hold one extra show for Leo every day for 6 days, starting at 9 a.m. Instead, exhibitors sought permission for a 4 a.m. show and 5 shows a day from 7 a.m. The government's decision was influenced by overcrowding and potential traffic congestion issues. Special shows in Tamil Nadu, often starting at 4 a.m., allowed fans to celebrate film releases but have now faced restrictions. The future of special shows remains uncertain, but the industry hopes for flexible ticket pricing to meet fans' demands while increasing tax revenue for the government.
The Periodic Labour Force Survey, PLFS, of 2022 to 23 indicates a strengthening labor market in India, with falling unemployment rates and rising labor force participation rates, LFPRs, especially among rural women aged 15 and above. However, caution is needed as much of the new employment for women has been in self-employment and unpaid family work. While wages and earnings have increased, high inflation has reduced real earnings and purchasing power for most workers. The recovery appears uneven, with rural women in regular wage employment being the only significant gainers, indicating the possibility of a K-shaped recovery in India's economy post-pandemic.
The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, is investigating Wall Street investment company employees' use of personal messaging apps like WhatsApp, Signal, and iMessage for business discussions. The SEC expects finance companies to preserve electronic communication, but employees' use of personal apps can compromise communication records. The SEC recently charged 11 Wall Street firms for failing to maintain and preserve electronic communications, with penalties totaling $289 million. The regulator may now review collected employee messages instead of issuing fines. Regulators are concerned that end-to-end encrypted messages make it difficult to access evidence in legal cases, leading to stricter oversight.
Small and medium enterprises, SMEs, and micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSMEs, in India face increasing cyber risks, making cyber insurance a crucial step in ensuring cybersecurity. These businesses are prime targets for cybercriminals and are often ill-equipped to handle cybersecurity challenges due to limited resources. Cyber insurance provides a financial safety net, covering costs associated with data breaches, ransomware attacks, and other cyber incidents. It also assists with legal expenses, reputation management, and operational disruptions. As cyber attacks can lead to customer trust erosion and revenue loss, SMEs and MSMEs are recognizing cybersecurity as a fundamental business requirement.
Bats, unique for their ability to host deadly viruses without getting infected themselves, have become a subject of scientific inquiry. Scientists have studied bat genomes, revealing insights into their extraordinary immunity and longevity. By sequencing bat genomes, researchers found that genes involved in the immune response, particularly interferons, had undergone significant changes. Bats have dampened pro-inflammatory responses against viruses, protecting them from clinical disease. Additionally, genes related to tumor suppression and DNA repair showed positive selection, contributing to bats' longer lifespan and lower cancer risk. Understanding these genetic adaptations could aid in coping with future zoonotic disease outbreaks.
Fluorescence, a phenomenon where an object absorbs light of higher energy and emits it at lower energy, has diverse applications. Fluorescent lamps work by bombarding a material with UV light, which it absorbs and re-emits as visible light. Notably, scientists have discovered that the bodies of many mammals, including those from all known mammalian orders, exhibit fluorescence. Around 107 species even have fluorescent fur. The reason for this ability remains unknown, posing an intriguing mystery for researchers.